Yogis, it's been a while, but I wanted to do a rainy afternoon after run stretch. It is pouring here in the suburbs of Seattle, and it will be until July, but that doesn't mean that we can't go out for a run, right? So did the dry off, and now I'm ready for a nice stretch out. And if you're looking for a quick nice stretch after your runs or walks or hikes, this one's for you. So go ahead and take an easy seat. Take a moment, roll the shoulders back and down. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths together, just to center ourselves, no place else to be, just us and our mats. So empty out your breath. Close your lips and take a full inhale through the nose. And open mouth, let it go. Go and seal the lips again. Let's do that again. Inhale all four corners through the lungs. Open mouth, HA, let it go. Let's take one more. Big inhale. And let it go. Let's release the ear down towards the shoulder. If it feels good, go ahead and take the hand, place it right above the ear. A lot of times when we run, let's switch sides, we have a tendency to strain through the shoulders, tighten through the thoracic spine, neck, and shoulders. It's good to find a little release. Let's go ahead and interlace the fingers behind the head, gentle touch. And we're going to open the elbows wide, take a full inhale, gaze up, look up. And as we exhale, bring the elbows in and down around the upper back, chin to chest. See that 2 more times. Inhale, open. And exhale, come back in. 1 more. Full inhale, open chest up, look up. And exhale, come on in, elbows in, release breath, chin heavy. Let's sit up tall, and I'm gonna come to the side here just so you can see a little bit better. We're gonna roll on to all fours. Take a moment, shake the hips side to side, maybe bring the pelvis forward or back. And then we're gonna begin to rotate through. So go ahead and bump the right hip and bring the pelvis towards the earth. We're gonna bump the left hip heavy and then glutes go towards the heels. So finding this circular motion. And reverse direction. Heavy through the left side, pelvis forward, right and back. Make sure we're taking full inhales and exhales through the nose. Find a neutral spine. 3 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, tail up, look up, chest up. And exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, round that back. Let's do that again. Full inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, release and round. Press equally into the hands. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. Back to tabletop we go. Extend the right leg long. Go ahead and flex the toes. We're going to begin rocking the heel back and forth. Just working the fascia in the back of the foot. This is a nice help if we're prone to plantar fasciitis. Then point the toe. Go and place it down. We're going to take it across the left leg or hit a lamp. Go ahead and take it across and bring the gaze to the toes. Beautiful. Let's take it back to center. We're going to lift up high as we can go. Chest up, look up, and then exhale, round again. Inhale, reach. And exhale, drop down. Long leg here. One more, big inhale. And let it go. Go ahead and return that knee in. Take to the other side. Let's go ahead and flex that foot and take that heel forward and back. Point the toes, touch the top of the foot down, and then just go ahead and take it across the body. And take a gaze to the toe. Just opening up the side body and getting a little bit into that IT band, hopefully. Let's bring it right behind us. Empty out breath. Bring the gaze to belly. And inhale, lift up high and gaze up high. Exhale, just tap the toe and bring the gaze to belly button. Let's do that again. Inhale, rise. One more time. Empty out breath. Inhale, rise. And then exhale back to tabletop. Let's extend the right leg through. We're going to stack the ankle right above the knee. And then square up to the front of the mat. Lift the arms up. And take a moment, relax the shoulders, and then come forward and back. Just getting into the psoas. Find the depth that feels good, and let's hold here for 3 more breaths. Release the hands to the inside of the foot. Go ahead and walk the pinky toe to the outside of the mat. We're gonna let the hips come heavy and bring the heart open to the front here. So coming into lizard pose. Now it feels good. Maybe take the nice edge of the foot. We can even use the hand to open up a little bit. If we're super tight, we can keep it up high, or maybe come down to elbows if that feels good. Take 3 more breaths right here. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and walk ourselves up. And the left hip's going to go to left heel, finding this sort of angled half split. Bring the gaze back into the belly. Relax the shoulders. Relax the face. Let's bend that front knee, and we're gonna come into half pigeon. So knee's gonna go to the right, toes to the left. Go ahead and square the shin up to the top of the mat. Extend the leg long in the back, and then just make sure we have that knee underneath us, stacking joints. We can stay up here, getting a nice stretch into that hip, or if it feels good, come on down. Just find the depth that feels good for you, and then focus on breath. Full inhales and exhales up and down the length of the spine. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and release that leg back to all fours as we go. And we're gonna take another round of cat-cow, but we're gonna exaggerate this. So inhale, we're gonna drop the pelvis forward, drop the belly, gaze up, look up, almost into a cobra. And then exhale, we're in upward facing dog. And then exhale, we're gonna press those hips back around the spine. Inhale, come forward as much as it feels good. Everyone's gonna look different here. Always listening to low back. Exhale, press back. And one more, big inhale. And let it go. Hold here for 3 breaths. Let the arms go nice and long. Let's roll up like a wave back to all fours. This time, we're gonna go ahead and take that left foot, stacking that ankle right below the knee. And when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and lift up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, and then we work into it, just like we did that first side. If it feels good, maybe come forward and back a few times. And then hold the depth that feels good for you. And then when you're ready, take the hands to the inside of the foot. We're gonna heel toe the foot to the outside of the mat and begin bringing the hips heavy. So we find lizard on this side. We have the options if Betty White would let us. Betty, she's too tired to move. To maybe go on the nice edge of the foot, or maybe even take the hand to the inside of the knee to open up that inner thigh. Find the depth that feels good, maybe dropping to elbows, and take a couple of breaths. We're going to begin to take, this time, that right glute back to right heel. We're at a diagonal here with the left leg, but the chest is going to go straight ahead. We have hands straight out from shoulders, and bring the gaze up into the belly. Get that juicy stretch in the back of the leg. Betty White, come here. Here, Betty. You going to help us do yoga? Hi. It's always good to have a helper, although she stinks. I think she has gas. Did you toot? Are you embarrassed? All right, let's go ahead and keep that knee bent. We're going to transition into half pigeon on the side. So knee goes over one side of the mat, toes to the other, and then take a look, make sure that knee is stacked underneath us, and then come down as far as it feels good. Begin breathe in and out of that hip, and try to relax. Let gravity do the work here. Take 2 more breaths. And we're just going to sneak that leg long. So we'll lift up a little bit, send it long down the mat. So we're going to go ahead and reach for one set of toes. So to the top of the foot here, bring the gaze to the shoulder, and then we have the forearm just square to the top of the mat. Getting into that quad, we can lean into that side to make it deeper, or we have control on the depth here. If we, flexibility-wise, can't reach for those toes, the strap is great here. Just flex the foot and bring it around the ankle in. Go and release this. Take that same leg and bring the knee about even with that hip. And then go ahead and roll into it. So getting inside the groin. Now, if this is too easy, if we're not feeling anything here, a couple of options. We can take a blanket or a block underneath that knee, or we can add the other leg coming into full frog, and that will definitely give you a little more in the groin. Let's extend legs long and reach for that other set of toes. Go ahead and swing the arm back. Top of the foot it goes, gaze goes to the shoulder. And just breathe into the belly. Again, leaning that hip heavy if you need a little more, or maybe relaxing the arm a little bit if you need a little less. Let's bend the knee on this side towards 90 degrees so that hip flex the foot, and then press the pelvis down onto that bent side. Now, if we're not feeling anything, we can always bend that other leg coming into, again, full frog. But just make sure we're listening to the groin. We don't want to tear anything for super tight. We want to lean into sensation, but away from pain always in yoga. And a good indicator of that, obviously, if it hurts, we don't do it, but also in breath. If it becomes hard to breathe or shallow in our breath, it's just our body's like first defense of telling us it's time to back off a little bit. It's all just a practice. You may even find after a few breaths, you start to relax the hips. Beautiful. Go ahead and extend both legs, bend the knees back through tabletop, and we're all going to meet in that easy seat again, just seated on our mats. Let's find cobbler pose. So the soles of the feet are going to come together. I like to take a moment and interlace the fingers and the toes. Just getting into those acupressure points. They don't get a lot of love, especially if we run. And then go ahead and interlace those fingers, bring them to our toes, and we're going to use the elbows as leverage points here, just kind of pressing down and bring the heart open and then bring the gaze in. Long neck. Relax the face, close the eyes if it feels good. Go to sit up tall, extend the legs long. Let's take one seated forward fold. Before we do that though, go ahead and take the fingertips and rub the back of the knees. Get it in there. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and walk the hands forward. We can bind with the toes, the bottom of the feet. If we're not there, we can go ahead and take hands to shins, thighs. Just find a depth that feels good and then relax that shin back into the chest. Massage the thyroid, that throat lock. Relax the feet, relax the face, relax the belly. Find full deep breaths. Count 5 and 5. In for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. We begin finding this beautiful wave of breath. And every inhale we create a little space, and every exhale, perhaps we deepen our asana. On your next exhale, empty the lungs completely, and we begin to walk one vertebrae at a time. We take the journey back up to seated. Let's cross the legs, Open up the arms, take a full inhale. As we exhale, take right over left, open up the wings of the back, tuck the chin and round the back. Take 3 breaths. Let's do that again, chest up, look up, open up. And as we exhale, left over right, open up the wings of the back, round, let go. Sit up tall, namaste, hands to heart. Thank yourself for taking a few minutes for your practice today, showing yourself some love and kindness. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Till next time, namaste.